And as we move on up the road, we come to the area of Thayer Lake. And Thayer Lake is a lake that wasn't exactly part of the geology of the area. Thayer Lake is just a little puddle off to the right of the road as you go up there. But it was not part of the Nipissing because of the way water went in and out of it. Thayer Lake was more properly related to Clam Lake, but Clam Lake isn't a lake, geologically speaking. Clam Lake is a river, but as you get up to that particular river, we'll note that people wanted to put a bridge across the river, Clam River, because it's very hard to get across it. The thing's pretty deep. It's about 6 to 10 feet deep at that particular point, and you can't very well wade across that. So there were various methods used to try and get across it. One way you could rent a boat and go across. They had a person that would drive you across in a rowboat. Clam River is the greatest in volume source of water to Torch Lake. Of course, there are other sources. There's evaporation, there are occasional streams, and there are springs. But by far and large, the largest single provider of water would be Clam River. And the current in Clam River is pretty strong.
Mm-hmm.
If you've tried to take a boat past the dockside, you may find that the current is working against you, and that's difficult. I was involved in a study with Dr. Laverne Curry from Central Michigan, who did a lot of research on the lake. And we used little drogues that would measure the currents. And we had a boat that CMU had called the Fish Hawk, and it had a upper deck, so you could sit on the upper deck and watch these little sails running around. And it seems out that one current that comes out of the river swings around Stony Point, that's to the south, and goes south for some distance, and then pretty much just sort of peters out by the time it gets to Alden. The other significant current that we located seems to be a little bit deeper, and it swings north and goes up all the way to the Yacht Club Point, which it bounces off of, swings across the lake to the other side, then swings again south and goes down past Christian Point, Lone Tree Point, and finally it gets down to the Torch River.